Think about your day so far. Chances are you've already been scrolling, right? You post, you chat, you jump into a game. So much of our lives happen right here, on these little screens, connecting with people all over the planet. It's awesome. It's how we find our people, share what makes us laugh, and, just be ourselves. But what happens when that space, your space, turns against you? Because for millions of young people, and hey, maybe it's someone you know, or maybe it's even you, that same screen can suddenly become a place that really, really hurts.
So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to break down what cyberbullying actually is. Because look, understanding the problem is the only way we can even begin to fight back. Okay, so at its core, cyberbullying is just that. It's bullying that happens online. But it's not just one thing, right? It can pop up pretty much anywhere you can interact with other people. We're talking comment sections, private DMs, group chats, and yeah, even right in the middle of your favorite online game.
And it's super important to realize how many different shapes this can take. It's not always some big, obvious threat. Sometimes it's way more subtle, like being deliberately and repeatedly left out of a group chat. Or it can be super public, like someone spreading a rumor or sharing a photo that you never, ever wanted anyone to see. It's that awful feeling of being ganged up on, whether it's in a comment thread or during a gaming session.
And here's what makes it so different and honestly, so much harder to handle. Bullying at school might stop when the bell rings, right? But cyberbullying, it follows you home. It's on your phone when you wake up in the morning. It's buzzing in your pocket all day long. It can feel like there's literally no escape.
And that constant pressure, it has a real impact. An impact that a lot of people can't see from the outside. We are talking about way, way more than just hurt feelings.
Just let this number sink in for a second. 1 in 3 young people have been cyberbullied. That's not some small, random problem happening somewhere else. Look around your friend group, your classroom. It is happening right here to people you know.
And here's what that really costs people. It's not just about having a bad day. For so many, it leads to very real anxiety, depression, and even fear. It can totally change how you see yourself and the world around you and make you just want to shut down and hide. And this might be the most worrying part of it all. A huge number of people who are being targeted never tell an adult. Not a single one. They suffer completely in silence, feeling like they have to carry this enormous weight all by themselves.
And you've got to remember how permanent this stuff is. Someone can go and delete a nasty comment, sure. But we live in the age of screenshots, and with screenshots, nothing ever truly goes away. That one moment of pain can be saved and shared and relived over and over again.
So, why the silence? Why not just tell someone? Well, it's complicated. There's a real fear of not being believed, or even worse, being told you're just overreacting. There's the fear that if you speak up, it'll just make the bullies angrier and make everything 10 times worse. And all of that pressure, it just quietly chips away at your mental health, your sleep, your self-esteem, everything.
But listen, it does not have to be this way. That feeling of being powerless, that's part of the trap. Because the truth is, you do have power here. So let's talk about exactly how to take it back.
Okay, if you're the one being targeted, these 5 steps are your playbook, your game plan. First, and this is the hardest one, don't respond. Don't engage. Replying almost always adds fuel to the fire. Instead, step 2, screenshot everything. This is your proof. Step 3, block them. You have every right to remove them from your digital life. Step 4, tell an adult you trust, a parent, a teacher, a school counselor, a coach, anyone. And finally, step 5, use the tools that these platforms give you. Report the user, report the comment, take your power back.
Now, what if you see it happening to someone else? This is a huge moment. This is where you face a choice. You can be a silent bystander who just keeps on scrolling, or even worse, likes or shares the post. Or you can be an active ally. An ally reports the post, an ally doesn't share it, an ally reaches out to the person being targeted with a simple DM just saying, "Hey, I saw that. That was not cool. Are you okay?" That small act can literally change everything for them.
All right, now we have to have a really honest conversation about the other side of this. This next part is for anyone who has ever been the one sending those messages.
Look, maybe it felt like a joke at the time. Maybe you were just going along with your friends, or you were having a terrible day and you just lashed out. But it is so important to remember this. On the other side of that screen is a real person with real feelings who's going to remember what you said long after you've forgotten about it and scrolled away. But here's the good news. It is never, ever too late to make a different choice. Just realizing the impact of your words, that's the first step. You can always choose to do better, and you can start right now.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, that's what this all comes down to. Your screen, your choice. Every single one of us helps build the kind of internet we use every day.
So when I see hate online, I'm not just going to scroll past it and pretend it's not my problem. No, I'm taking control of my space. I block it.
And when I see someone being targeted, I'm not going to let it slide. I'm going to use the tools right there in front of me. I report it.
When I see something that's just plain wrong, I'm not going to wait around for somebody else to fix it. I'm going to choose to be an ally. I speak up.
I refuse to be a silent bystander. I'm choosing to be part of the solution. I will not stay silent.
Every post, every comment, every single share. It all adds up. It creates the online world we all have to live in. So the question is simple, but it's really powerful. The internet is what we make it. So what's your choice going to be?